Hello everyone, this is me Rishabh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and to my podcast. So today's our guest is Mr. Rohit and he is a speaker and an author. So let us have an interaction with him. Hello Mr. Rohit, how are you doing?
I'm fine about you. Great doing.
Yeah, I am also good Mr. Rohit. So Mr. Rohit, as you know the topic, because today's all our topic is all about AI, artificial intelligence. I think this topic is quite trending nowadays. Okay, AI is quite trending. So I have a lot of question regarding AI, and I'm gonna ask you the question regarding AI. So first, can you introduce yourself that what you do and like about you, everything about you?
Hi guys. So I am Rohit Gupta. I'm the C Sharp Corner MVP Program Director. So those who don't know what is the MVP means, MVP is the most valuable professional which our community C Sharp Corner awards to
Okay,
the people who have been doing for the community, who writes articles, speak on topics, who are there. Like it, C Sharp Corner is an online community, free of cost community. You can go there on C Sharp Corner. We founded in 2000. So this is what MVP means. Apart from that, I am the Intel AI Edge scholar and ML and cognitive robotics enthusiast. Those who don't know what the cognitive robotics means, just understand that what those people who may have seen robot movie, that is cognitive robotics. So yeah, and I'm also a C sharp two times C sharp corner MVP. Apart from that, I am a trainer who trains on Python and AI.
hmm.
Yeah, that's about me.
Okay, fine. You gave a very lovely introduction. So let us start our topic, or we can say, let us start our discussion all about AI, artificial intelligence. So here is my first question. So can you explain that what is AI? I think a lot of people don't know what is AI. Like I know something about AI, but a lot of people don't know what is AI. Can you explain a little bit, or like, can you explain about artificial intelligence, how it is and how it works?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, artificial means something that is man-made, like that is not from coming from the nature. So, and intelligence means the ability to make decisions based on the experience and the ability to learn and improve from our past experiences. For example, I am feeling hungry and I have two choices, either to eat the food next to me or to go out, bring the food, cook it, and then eat it. So, the intelligent decisions will be to eat the food that is next to me. So, by
Uh,
artificial intelligence, we are trying to develop an algorithm that can help a machine to make decisions which are non harmful for humans and which will help a machine to perform the right action or intelligent action, I would say. For example, we talk about gaming. IBM Bluemix has come up with an algorithm with which it can beat humans in the game of chess. So those who don't know, I'm just giving a fact or a figure. For
mm,
all games of chess with 40 moves or fewer, there are roughly 10 to the raise power 43 possible moves. I'm not begin repeating, for a game of chess of 40 or fewer moves, there are uh, 10 to the raise power 43 possible moves, which is next to impossible for a human to master.
okay, fine. That's great. So you explained about AI. And like, what are some more examples of AI? Like, because AI is blooming a lot. So can you explain AI with some of the more examples so that it will be easy for us to understand?
Yeah, some of the common examples that I would say are first is the personal assistant, like the
Okay.
Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, Apple Siri, and Microsoft Cortana. They all use speech recognition to execute the given command.
Mhm.
Browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge uses AI-based smart search to give you a result that is most relevant to it or optimized. AI-based cameras, which are coming into your Apple phones or MI phones and all the Oppo phones are there. So they uses the computer vision to detect faces and optimize pixel, lighting conditions, and all the other things. Another application is GPT-3. It is the world's biggest NLP application. It has more than 1 billion features.
Uh,
Another one is My Heritage, which is a AI-based web application. that
Mhm.
can convert your still pictures into videos, colorize your black and white images, and
Yeah.
like so there are various things that you can do. Though it is a computer vision application, companies like Tesla and Google are using AI to create self-driving cars.
Uh,
Space organizations like ISRO, NASA, and SpaceX are using AI to create an intelligent machine that can make decisions in conditions when remote controlling is not possible.
mhm.
So those who have seen the movie that was based on Chandrayaan, there was a condition where on the Mangalyaan, sorry,
Mang-
then when it went to the Mangal, so for around 25 minutes, it didn't have a control to the Earth. So at that time, when the machine had to take its own decisions to keep revolving around the uh, Mangal only. That
mhm.
is, and the latest one that I would say then that I personally like or keep saying about is Chandrayaan 2, which has
Uh,
intelligent system to automatically adjust speed, recharge itself, focus,
mhm.
and take images to relay onto the Earth.
Okay, fine, fine. Great. So you gave a very good explanation and very good and lot of example on AI. And my next question is that do we really need AI? Like, what is the need of AI? Because I think nowadays AI is been quite trending. So what is the need in real life of AI?
Yeah, like your point is valid. There is a there are thousands of answers to this. So I would
Mhm.
begin my one. When industrial revolution happened, we aim to create something that can reduce the cost of production and human effort. It can work
Okay.
in hazardous situations so that human lives can be saved. Once we achieved that, we started to think that these machines should be capable of making instant decisions and mimicking humans. That is, to achieve human intelligence, which in technical terms we say super intelligence. So by AI, we aim to create an artificial intelligence system that can make its own decisions. And
Mhm.
once we achieve that, our next aim would be to create artificial emotion so that the machines can have an understanding of what we mean by humanity. So, so cutting the long story short, the need of AI is that we want that the things that at which we need to take decisions instantly, where for a human to go is hazardous. We want to make the machine go there, take the decision, rescue humans, and do all the you can say in Hindi, would you say khatarnak? So yeah, those things we have to do through AI. So that is the basic thing.
Okay, okay, that's great. And the next question comes in my mind that what will be the effect of AI? Because everything has its good and bad effect. So what do you think that AI will also be having a positive effect and negative effect, or if it would be having, so what are the effects of AI in the both positive aspect as well as negative aspect?
Yeah, so basically AI has both positive and negative.
Mhm.
Like a coin has two sides. You
Mhm.
flip a coin, you get a tail and a head. Similarly, AI has positive and negative both.
Uh,
So AI has solved a lot of problems, but at the same time, it has created new problems as well.
yeah.
Like I can explain it through example. On one hand, it has eased our life as production cost has decreased significantly as
Mhm.
machines are used. Machines can work 24 by 7. They don't need sleep. But
Mhm.
on the other hand, it has caused many humans to lose their jobs as well. Those are working in place of those machines.
Mhm.
Recommendation system help us decide by recommending products based on the data that we have generated in the past. But
Mhm.
this data has put our privacy in danger. Nowadays, political parties and corporate companies are using AI to manipulate people. So the elections in the elections, these data is used to manipulate people to vote for a particular party. Even the corporates, like big corporates like Microsoft and many other companies, when they launch a product, they go to these data AI companies and try to find out a way by which they can sell their product maximum to the maximum people.
Uh-huh.
We all know that automobiles are getting automated. The most common example is Tesla. Some big buzz is there about Tesla. But
Mhm.
because of that, many drivers are on a risk of losing their jobs.
Mhm.
One thing I would say is that we cannot stop AI as the game is used, and we humans cannot control that. So now instead of worrying about losing your job, we should learn to adapt by learning to use this AI system so that we are not the ones who are affected by the AI revolution. Let's say.
Okay, fine, fine. Yeah, you give a very great point. Okay, effects and all the effects of AI. Okay, like there are a lot of effects, but to emphasize the main points only. Fine, this great. And like next comes in my mind that because now we are in 2021. So what will be the effect? Like what will be the world? Okay, after 10 years or after 20 years. Okay, after several years in the field of AI. Because now only I can see AI, Tesla, and automated. Everything is being automated. So what would be the situation or what would be the scenario after 20 years or after 30 years in the field of AI?
Great question. Great question. Like, see, after Corona has happened, predicting anything in the current time is very difficult. As Corona has fast forwarded us by at least 20 years in each and every field. Like we were thinking of using these online classes some 5 years or 10 years down the line, but now we are using.
Yeah.
But then also I can have something like I can predict something that we would have a partially super intelligent machine. Partially intelligent machines means those who can be the perfect in some scenario. Suppose it can be perfect in household, but it cannot be perfect in bargaining or doing any other thing. So that is what mean by partially super intelligent machine. We would see a better version of Sophia. Those who don't know Sophia, she is the world's first humanoid, and UAE has given her the citizenship. So she is a citizen of UAE. After self-driving cars like Tesla and Google, we would see self-driving flying cars. Like the current cars are going on roads, next cars will be flying in the air. And also, as Elon Musk is aiming,
Uh,
we would see super intelligent machines which can take us to space and which can serve as a spaceship so that we can easily travel between various planets. Talking particularly about ISRO, we would see Gaganyaan launched to explore the space. So Gaganyaan, those who don't know, it will be a crewed mission. Like there will be three Indian astronauts that will be going into the Gaganyaan. Like there are Apollo missions. So similarly, India is launching their own crewed mission. That is Gaganyaan. Yeah,
okay, means you want to say that like most of the thing will be automated. Okay, as you said, with the cars and with all the crafts and all. So I think all the thing will be automated. Okay, within 20 to 30 years. Okay, in the time of this period of time. Okay, fine. So I think I have a lot of questions. Okay, but I think we should limit our questions and we can like end our podcast. And I think it was a very valuable talking to you because I got a lot of details on AI. Okay, and all the effects and all the lot of examples. Okay, with the AI because very rare people talk on AI because the term AI is quite new. Okay, nowadays it has been quite trending and it is quite new. And a lot of people don't want to talk or they don't have a good knowledge on AI. So thank you, Mr. Rohit, for giving your precious knowledge and valuable time for my podcast and for my audience.
at the end, just want to say one last thing.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
See, there is AI. AI can never match humans. So humans will always be there behind AI. So those people who think that AI will be eliminating humans, they
Uh,
it can't. So don't
okay.
be fear. So like be
Mhm.
chillax and just adapt with the AI. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rohit. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a nice day.